Welcome to an exciting edition of Hidden in the Universal Vault. I'm Ron, your host, and this is starting to become sort of a trend going on here. Now, you're probably all familiar on my channel that I've covered so many films based on this franchise. And now we come to the 15th and hopefully last movie in this franchise as we take a look at the 15th movie in the series, The Land Before Time, Journey of the Brave from 2016. Yes, the 15th installment on this mediocre franchise. Now, I'll kind of give you a backstory as I did this. I absolutely love the original Land Before Time. If you watch my channel, I did a whole month in May of last year. It was called Land Before Time of the Furious when I did a theme month. Well, I said that I was going to be done with this series, but then I realized, let's watch the last one and see if the last one closed it out anyways. So this one has Reba McEntire and Damon Wayans Jr. Yeah. Yikes, was this not a fun experience? Well, I get to it when I talk about the film and when I get to the final rating and my actual final thoughts. So let's talk about this. So in this installment we have, once again, a narration. Once again, we see Littlefoot with their friends. Once again, they go on this adventure. This time we're introduced to a couple new characters in this. Etta, voiced by Reba McEntire, and Wild Arms, voiced by Damon Wayans Jr. So anyways, basically they had to go on this adventure, and they had to go on this big adventure. The returning character in this is Braun from possibly my favorite in these direct-to-videos, The Land Before Time, the 10th one. I'm blanking of what it is. Great Long Neck Migration. That one was actually good. That had Braun. He was voiced by Kiefer Sutherland. Here he's voiced by an unknown. I didn't really pay attention. This is just, I think I'm coming up with a trend on this. Every time I watch these movies, they're just not good. The biggest problem is, it's just boring. I really don't get much out of these movies. As I said with the previous reviews, I feel like I've seen it before. And that was the big problem with this. I thought, okay, maybe it was going to end. No, it just got, the songs are even worse. And I'll give you some examples. There's one song on here called Hot and Stinky. Oh boy, was that dreadful. That song is just painfully bad. There are obviously 5 songs in this, but they don't bring anything new to what it is. They go on an adventure, they do this. Go on an adventure, they do this. I want to talk about Wild Arms. They're not as obnoxious as Wisdom of Friends, Lawful and Doleful, or whatever they're called. I could care less about that movie. So yeah, we get a character named Wild Arms. Picture the Minions if they were in this series. Essentially, if it was just the Minions, but much more obnoxious. If a Minion was in the Land Before Time movies. But the problem is, the Minions were likable and fun. Here, he just goes and wails his arms like that, like that, and blah, 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 blah. He's like Dr. Zoidberg, if Dr. Zoidberg appeared in the Land Before Time movie. That's essentially what this character is. There's nothing really that new. The positive I could easily say, and that's probably the reason why I bumped it up a notch, is the fact that it's sad when your animation, sorry about that guys, when your animation is about the only thing good in this film. This was made by Universal 1440, their direct-to-video division. I expected to at least be enjoyable. Thought, okay, well maybe this improved on Wisdom of Friends. Kind of. It's a much better movie than that, I will say, but just a smidge better than that. That one was just... The problem with Wisdom of Friends is you had obnoxious characters. You had characters that went nowhere. The biggest problem is Littlefoot and his friends kind of play dumb. They don't really do anything. Oh, we get the return of Chomper and a new friend named Ruby. If you watch the Land Before Time TV show, that's where Ruby came from. So again, they have no personality in the film. None of them really do much anything. Mr. Treehorn appears in it, but he's very rarely even in it. He's just kind of pushed off to the side. So I think you get what I'm saying about this. Like I said, your animation is actually pretty good. They use a lot of digital technology in this, I say, but that's not saying much when your writing is painfully bad. Though I like how the fact that they put Reba McEntire's face on the back of the DVD, that's just interesting. But aside from that, with this DVD, I was hoping you would get like a making of featurette. You get like behind scenes, a storyboard, delete scenes. No, you get the crappy songs from the movie just as a sing-along form in the bonus feature section. No additional previews, just that. So there's not much. Although this movie did glitch on a couple times, but it glitched at the very beginning, which was 3 minutes off. It glitched near the end of the movie, that was 3 minutes off, to the point I had to rewind back to see what was going on. But I said to myself, you know what, forget it. Let's just finish the movie out. I probably may never even watch this again, but like I said, it's too bad. Because with a Land Before Time series, if it just did not have the songs, you could have potentially a great franchise. But the songs is what ultimately killed this franchise. I'm just hoping this is the last of these. I still have a few more left, but as of now, I'm hoping this will be the final straw. This essentially was the final straw that broke the camel's back. It had no plot. Once again, Littlefoot and his friends have to play dumb to get through the whole thing. Wild Arms is obnoxious. They're not as bad as Lawful and Doleful from the previous film, the previous movie. And that movie came out in 2006, and this came out in 2016. I expected to go out with a bang. I expected this would be a great end to a mediocre series. But no, they do more of the same. I've seen this before. It's just more of the same. There's not much I could say about these movies. They're also, some are just painfully uncomfortable to watch. I'll put it this way. It's not as bad as that, but it is bad. But that's not saying much. But you'll see why I'm bumping at that. So that's pretty much all I have to say. Everything is. The only positive I can easily say is your animation. That's it. So, yeah. So I'm going to give Land Before Time, Journey of the Brave, a 2 out of 5. It's only a 2 out of 5 because it's slightly better than the previous film. But it's nowhere, it's just not a great series. Surprisingly, still, the best of all these direct-to-videos will still be The Great Long Neck Migration. Would have been nice if we got Kiefer Sutherland to return as Bronn. That's another thing. Bronn was a really good character in Great Long Neck Migration. He felt like a father, even though he didn't care. But that's a thing of the past. Just, guys, there's really not much to say. Just like I said, just avoid the movie at all costs. If you like these movies, I'd probably say see it. But when you got a song like Hot and Stinky, you really broke me. That's really all I have to say. So, yeah, I'll mention the other songs. There's Today's the Day, which is the first song. Hot and Stinky is the second song, which is bad. And Better Off Alone. And the song that was sort of okay was Look for the Light. But okay is not saying much. So, yeah, like I said, that's pretty much all I can really say about it. Just don't even bother watching this. You're just going to waste more time. So, that's my review of The Land Before Time, Journey of the Brave. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you do like the content of the channel, I have tons of reviews. I have most of the Land for Time reviews, so if you want to go back and watch those reviews, you can kind of check them out as well. But yeah, like, comment, subscribe, click the bell. Let me know if you like Journey of the Brave. Maybe I might have missed something. I mean, yeah, I'm also on Letterboxd, guys, so you can check me out there if you want to. So anyways, and as always, keep watching those Universal movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.